Today, I want to talk to you about gender based violence and bring awareness to this issue that is still going on as we speak. If you do not know, gender based violence is violence targeted to a specific gender. But today, I want to focus on the gender based violence facing women all over the world today. The unequal and unfair treatment of women has been something witnessed and seen by the world for as far back as we can date. What sparked my interest in being vocal about this topic was recently learning about the case of a girl named Keishla Rodriguez in Puerto Rico. Keishla Rodriguez was a pregnant young woman first pronounced missing and later found dead in a river. Now, being a native Puerto Rican, I've heard of hundreds of cases of missing girls and women who have been found in sex trafficking links, dead, or who haven't been found to this day. Being older now to understand the severity of this issue, Keishla's case was just the last straw of hearing of the horrible stories of girls going missing, being raped, being sex trafficked, being abused, or any of the other things women on a daily experience all over the world. Not only was it the last straw for me, but for the millions of Puerto Ricans who have also witnessed the immense amount of missing women and girls and are also tired of hearing of the same tragedies all over the news. I want to first provide you guys with some pictures of statistics that relates to women who go through abuse, sex trafficking, or rape all over the world today. Just to add on to those statistics, according to the CDC, 1 in 5 women have experienced an attempted or completed rape. 1 in 8 of these female rape victims experienced their first rape between the ages of 11 and 17. 1 in 3 women have experienced physical or sexual violence. Women and girls account for 73% of all sex trafficking victims according to SafeHorizon.org. 3.8 million adults accounted are trafficked for forced sexual exploitation, and 1 million children are trafficked for commercial sexual exploitation. Wake up, people. This isn't just an issue affecting America or just an issue that the news just talks about, but it's an issue that the whole world is facing. Listening to all these statistics worries me not just as a woman, but also as a human. It's scary to believe that women are specifically targeted for abuse and sexual harassment or exploitation. This not only disrupts the lives of many, but it makes it impossible for there to truly be peace in this world. How can we bring our young daughters in this world knowing that there's so much violence against them just because of their gender? It's time to act and it's time to open up our voices. Rape and sex trafficking are all things we have heard before on the news and maybe in conversations, but talking about it can only do so much. There needs to be action within our hurt and our worrying concerning all the killed, missing, or abused women all over the world. Now, just to be clear, I'm not advocating for violence, but I'm advocating for justice and peaceful justice to ensure that there will be peace and that there will be help and equality towards the women in our world. Now, if you're like me, when I first made myself more aware of this problem that is going on in our world today, I first wanted to find out how I could actually help this cause and what I could do to actually make a difference. Well, there are a lot of recommendations on what you can do, and I'm going to give a few of you guys some of the recommendations that I have found today that I feel will best help the cause and will best make an effort towards it. The first one being from womanforwoman.org. They gave 3 recommendations on how a person like you or a person like me can help fight towards this cause and actually make an effort and a difference. So, their first suggestion is educating yourselves on what gender violence is. Now, we may know a little bit about it, but actually educating ourselves on the actual logistics, statistics, and how it's truly affecting the woman in our world today will actually make a big difference in how we help and fight this cause. The second suggestion they give is using your voice on social media. Now, we know today that social media is a very powerful outlet. The internet is a very powerful tool in getting your voices heard. And when I said before that sometimes speaking about it isn't enough, I meant talking about it within conversations or within our friends. But when you vocalize on a larger outlet, then it has a larger and longer lasting effect on the people who are reading or listening. And the third suggestion they give, which might be something that you can do when you're more advanced in this cause, when you're more advanced in fighting against this cause, is sponsoring a woman survivor of conflict or of war. This can help a lot in impacting women and showing women that they are appreciated, they are being heard, and what is happening to them matters. It's not something to be silenced for, because a lot of people in a lot of different areas of the world, or even in our country, like to silence women based on the things that they're going through and not acknowledging them. But by sponsoring women who have gone through things such as this, we can help them feel empowered and feel heard in their struggle. UNWomen.org also suggests some other things we can do to help this fight of violence against women. Their first suggestion is to listen and to believe survivors, which I feel has a very impactful effect more than we know. A lot of rape victims, a lot of sexual assault victims who are women are not easily believed by a lot of people and are sometimes posed as liars when it comes to the press. Some other suggestions that they have is to teach the next generation and to learn from the previous one, which I feel is important. I feel that we should educate women and men, women as to how to speak up and how to be vocal about what they experience and to be okay in vocalizing it. And we should also be educating men as to what is okay and what is not okay when it comes to treating women, when it comes to viewing women, and when it comes to acknowledging women. I hope that you guys have learned important things today, and I just wanted to bring awareness to this issue that is facing the world in a larger impact than we might know. And I believe that if we just take some of these simple steps and research other steps on our own, we can have a very lasting effect in this fight, and we can truly make a difference in our generation that's going to impact the next one.